It is really true. Latest research says that thankfulness supports healthiness. And as meditators, or even as non-meditators also, a feeling of gratefulness is possible. Not this kind of gratitude when you learn it as a child. In education, they tell the children, oh, you got something from your aunt, you have to be grateful, so please be grateful. So they force children to be grateful, and then what happens? Children believe that being thankful is something bad because we feel forced to do it. And that's the wrong thing about thankfulness. So we learn it in wrong ways, and we don't like to be thankful for the rest of our life because we were always forced so in the childhood. And that's a big problem. But when we develop to this inner path, that's why I say for meditators it is easier to get access to gratefulness. Because when you have already inside this power which comes from meditation, then it will be easier. But even if you are not having this and are on this path and want to develop inside, you will also have easy access to that thing and that kind of healthy life, that it will make your life even better. The thing is, what stands behind is that thankfulness causes bodily own drugs which make people feeling better. Not bodily own drugs in a negative sense, like adrenaline, which comes from the sport. This can also be negative and give you so much strength and power and anger, and even in sports which have competitions, also it causes bodily own drugs, but they are more about having something against others, fighting against others. But thankfulness causes another bodily own drug, which is better, you can say, because it's more in the inside and it's more giving us a good feeling, like an inner peace and not like an inner fight. And that's the difference. That's why I'm saying that thankfulness and the bodily own drugs which are caused by gratitude are better. But how to reach it? What if you can't reach it? I say it's easy to get access when you're a meditator, or even if you're not. If you're not, also, there are many solutions, because I have learned it even when I was not about meditating, when I was not about believing in anything. I learned it just through a very simple thing, which was a diary. If you have a diary, it's very good, then you can use it, and at the evening, always write 3 sentences for what you are thankful for that day. Example, I'm thankful for my healthiness. I'm thankful for having this good family. And I'm thankful for having this job. See, there are always reasons. Even if there are no reasons, you can do that still. You take just very simple things which are already there and which you don't have to strive for extra for the healthiness. Or even if you are not fully healthy, then you can be thankful to be relatively healthy. But it's not about comparing with others, and so because this, again, you will observe that then ego is involved. You only think for yourself, what are 3 things? Every evening you write down 3 things. If you want to go deeper, you can do it even in the morning. You can be thankful for a good dream. You can be thankful for a bad dream which was really insightful. You can be thankful for good sleep. You can be thankful that there is a sunrise in the morning or something. You can be thankful for everything. You will see that your ideas about things of which you can be thankful will grow. You will see more good things in your life. That's the reason behind why I say a diary is a good thing, because automatically you learn to value the things more. And if you have not a diary, then you should start a diary exactly only for this gratitude, a gratitude diary. All the other things you don't have to write for diary if you don't like to write, if you are not a writer. Then you only write down 3 things in the evening. And if you want to develop, then also you do it in the evening and in the morning, or whatever fits best for you. But if you basically say, okay, no, writing is absolutely not my thing, then I will have another exercise for you. For this exercise, you don't need to write anything. You only think for what you are thankful of. You can also say it loud. And you can use several religious rituals. Even if you like a certain religion, you can take it from a certain religion. But always never forget, this channel is not about religion. You can be free and just take any ritual, but only as a ritual, not related to the religion. So feel free as you like. I take it from the Buddhism. This is the normal greeting when they
give the honor to the statue. Actually, to give the honor to that inner thing, to the Buddha which is inside of you, but it looks like as if the people would give this to the statue. And that's crap actually, but that's the wrong thing, and many people in religions think wrong, and they only give honor to any statues, and that's a big problem. That's why I say we do it without. But I like this ritual. You just do it on the mind, the mouth, and the heart, and this has a certain meaning also. But I just like it that you consider what you're thinking, you consider what you're speaking, and you consider what your heart is feeling. If there are right feelings, wrong feelings, you are about self-reflection also, you know all this stuff. And I just like this. And then what you do then is, after this process, you go down and touch the ground with your head. That is the normal ritual from the Buddhists, but they have other thoughts then, but I take it for the thankfulness, for the gratitude. So, as example, you think, I'm thankful for my healthiness. Then you do that once, and you think the next thing, and you try to feel it. You feel even the thankfulness in your heart at the same time. But there must not be a result. It can also happen, nothing happens. It can happen that there is a stressful day and it doesn't work. You don't feel anything inside. Still you can do it. It works still with God. Also, you know, from meditation, there are not always results, not always the inner peace is there, but still we can do it. And still from the other side, God will see that we are doing. And so still we can do it without expecting any results and any positive feeling or something like that. So then you go to the next step, you do the same thing again, but think the next thought, I'm thankful for my family, and then again you do that. And this I do also a third time. You can choose whatever you like, and whenever there is no result or no positive thing, that can't be, there is always a good positive thing in your life. And when you develop, even you can one day start to be thankful even about bad people, because it can happen that also bad people on a spiritual level, they want to say us something, not directly, but God is also talking sometimes through bad people, but sometimes not. It is very different, but sometimes it has even a deeper meaning.
It doesn't matter which exercise you prefer, or if you can even find an own one, a new one, or already you have maybe one and want to share it, please let me down below in the comments. But the last thing I have to say here is that you should never have any expectations. Whenever you do something about thankfulness, whenever you have gratitude, you should not force God or force your higher self or anything that now you want a better life because you have been thankful. This would be only a result of the wrong education I mentioned in the beginning, because when we think in wrong ways, then we also will have wrong outcomes. So we have to throw out what we have learned earlier from education, because it was all crap and it was all leading us to people to become persons which don't like to be thankful, and not being thankful is not supportive for the healthiness and is not supportive for the higher consciousness. And so that's why we want to be thankful, because this is a very high valued soul quality we have to establish for ourselves, for our true inner development. And that's why thankfulness is so important. And that's why I say stop to force it. Stop and never force anything just because you say, okay, our human thinking is so. We have done something and we want directly a reward. And all the media, all the phone apps and all these give us so quick rewards that we are of the habit to get a very fast reward. We switch on something and we get a reward. But that's not how life really works. Life works not this way. Life works in long term. So first you are thankful and nothing happens. Even you can't even expect a good feeling, as Mr. Eckhart says, what is also the same in meditation. You can't expect anything, but one day it will happen, exactly when you stop to want something from God and want and expect something for your thankfulness. You just do it every day and you fall in a good sleep. That is already a reward. But even if it not happened, see, one day it will happen, and then your connectedness, your connection with God and your higher self will grow, but only if you let go any expectation and only be thankful, and that's all.
What we do is, for example, I'm thankful for my healthiness. So that's why I'm thinking. And I try to connect it also with the feeling, with the heart, not only to think, but also I try to connect, to feel the thankfulness for the healthiness. Then I give my thank. See, God is everywhere, even in the ground. That's why I was just joking. The next thing is you take another one. You are thankful for your family. You do exactly the same thing. Try to feel it also, and you are thankful. And you take a third thing. There are always things. Be creative here. Even if you think there is no thing to be thankful of, it was very bad day. Even then, you can find something. You don't have to take a very certain thing. You don't have to pass an exam. You don't have to get a new car. You don't have to get anything. You can just be thankful for whatever is, for nice people and for other things. And when you develop, even you can one day start to be thankful even about bad people, because it can happen that also bad people on a spiritual level, they want to say us something, not directly, but God is also talking sometimes through bad people, but sometimes not. It is very different, but sometimes it has even a deeper meaning. You think I'm thankful for my healthiness, then you do that once, and you think the next thing, and you try to feel it. You feel even the thankfulness in your heart at the same time. So then you go to the next step. You do the same thing again, but think the next thought, I'm thankful for my family, and then again you do that. And this I do also a third time. You can choose whatever you like, and whenever there is no result or no positive thing, that can't be. There is always a good positive thing.